This video is how the Detroit Lions should play this game on Sunday after looking at the New York Jets, scouting them, looking at their defense and their offense and everything that they bring. Because I got to say, the Jets have an absolute stunning defense and their offense is absolutely improving week to week. But before we get into today's video, if you are not a subscriber, go ahead and smash that subscribe button, folks. Let's get to 5,500 subscribers. More subscribers help pushes the content out there. So go ahead and hit subscribe. Let's get this thing going. The Jets defense is real good. Their points allowed is 5th in the NFL. Their yards allowed is 3rd in the NFL. Their passing is 4th in the NFL. There is one thing that is really good, but it's closer to middle of the pack, and that's rushing defense. 13th in the NFL. They allow 111.8 yards for offensive running the football. So the Detroit Lions in this game need to focus on running the football. This needs to be a priority. I would probably run the football more than pass in this game. Playing the ground game, controlling the clock is exactly what the Lions need to do, not just because they're a good defense, but we're talking about on the road in December in the Meadowlands against a very sound defensive team. So the Lions need to be able to control the clock. They need to be the more physical football team. Running the football will help you out, folks. You got Jamal Williams. He's really good. We've seen what he can do. He can get those unnecessary 2 yards and those touchdowns. We got DeAndre Swift, the change of pace, take the edges, beat the brakes off you if he finds the hole. And Justin Jackson, an all-around back right now for the Lions. So in this game, they have to run the football. They have to take advantage of the weaker part of the Jets defense, and which is not weak. They're just a really good defense, but that's just one of the things that they have there is that's something that you got to take advantage of, folks. What you also need to take advantage of is going to LNUshop.com for the latest and greatest Lions epic gear that they have. T-shirts, hats, cups, balaclavas, winter gear. It's all there for you, LNUshop.com. So rep the pride, rep your team, and also help out Lions Nation Unite with really good gear. So go to LNUshop.com for that bad boy. This is always going to be part, and that's limiting the turnovers. We have seen now in this stretch of winning games, we're winning the turnover battle. Guess what? We got a turnover versus the Minnesota Vikings, who was one of the best at the time getting turnovers, and we win the football game. So we do not need to gift the Jets any opportunity with more offensive opportunities. We got to not turn the football over. We've been really good. So Jamal Williams, don't fumble the football. Anyone else, don't fumble the football. Jared Goff, don't throw interceptions like you have not done in the last 6 weeks. Play sound, fundamental football. No need to press it. No need to, really go hard charge. If it ain't there, it ain't there, folks. Punt the football. If it's not there, don't take unnecessary risks turning the football over and giving the Jets offense decent field position or any more opportunities. If you do that, you can win the game. You can win the game. So play sound, fundamental football. Now, generally speaking, I like aggressiveness. But this game, I want to take the points if available. If you have an opportunity to get a field goal, you should do this. Why? Because the Jets defense is really good, and their offense is still a little bit suspect, and Mike White right now is injured, so who knows who's going to be playing quarterback. So if you have an opportunity to get a field goal, take the points. Take it. I don't think being aggressive in this game, going for a lot on 4th down, is probably a good idea. Why? Because the Jets defense is really, really good, and they can stop teams automatically. And their offense is just not a juggernaut. So if you could get a field goal, take the field goal. Absolutely. There's no need to press it in this game. This is not a Minnesota Vikings offense where you feel they can strike at the last second. This is not a Minnesota defense where you can just pile the yards on them. That's not the case. This is a very sound defense, a very good defense. One of the best that we've faced, if not the best defense that we have faced all year long, and it's at their house. This is a time and an opportunity for the Lions to be a little more conservative, and that's generally not the way I like to go. But in this game, I think it's the proper way to go. Going forward on multiple fourth downs, I don't think it's a smart move on this bad boy. If you're at the 10-yard line and it's a 4th and 2, I'd probably just take the field goal at that point. I really would, take the points, and it will mount up at the end of the game. It will. It will. The points allowed per game, points allowed for the Jets defense is only 18.7 this year. They're really good. Really good. So if you have an opportunity to get 3, go ahead and do it. I'm not going to cry about it. Play sound football. This is a game where you can't do flags in this game. Every snap counts. Now, we played pretty good up till the first quarter of yesterday's game. We played good up until the first quarter of the Sunday's game. Okay? We were a little bit antsy in this game, and Jeff Okudah was a little bit antsy. He was also not feeling good. He was sick, but be as it may, we cannot shoot ourselves a foot in this game. This needs to be a flagless Lions game. This needs to be a sound game. No flags, no false starts, no stupid defensive penalties, none of that. Sound all the way. This is a game where if you shoot yourself in the foot, you're going to lose this game because the team is really good in the Jets. So what we need to do is not make a single mistake, or don't make it worse for us. You're going to make mistakes, but don't make it worse for us. No pass interferences, no holdings, none of that. If you put this off, you put the Lions offense, it's a 3rd and 2, and then you do a holding, it's a 3rd and 12. It's a little bit different. It's going to be different than the Minnesota Vikings, where you're pretty confident you can get it. I don't think you're going to be confident in this game getting it because they're so good. So they got a guy named Sauce Gardner. They got players plethora on this defense that can make plays. Come in this game and play the games that you need to be playing the last 5 weeks. Okay. This is a game that we need to distribute the football. This is not just a one-player game. This is not just a Mon-Ra first down or a DJ Chark. You need to distribute the football to the tight ends, the running backs, and their wide receivers alike because they have great coverage. Their coverage skills is elite. Sauce Gardner is a legit cornerback, maybe the best in the NFL. So he's going to be locking down one of the players, and the rest of their corners are really good. Their secondary is really good. So distribute the football, Jared Goff, to all of your weapons. We're talking the Khalif Raymonds, Justin Jackson's maybe on a screen. DeAndre Swift's on a screen. Brock Wright, Zane Zylstra, some of these guys that you generally don't see much, I want to see them get some footballs in here as well. And Jamison Williams. So I want to see these weapons get the football across the board. You do that, you can win this game. If you force it to Amon-Ra St. Brown, or you force it to DJ Chark in double coverage, that's going to be a mistake. Just sit back. You got a really good offensive line. They got a hell of a defensive line, but I'm confident Jared Goff just sits back, reads his progressions. He'll be able to find the right read, and it may not be the name guy. It's okay in this game to take whatever the defense gives you. You go ahead and take that. That's what you need to do in this football game right here. Don't force it anything. Distribute the football evenly. I would love to see like 8 players have receptions. That would be fantastic. If at the end of the game, you look at the stat line and it says like 8 different receivers got the football, including backs and tight ends, wide receiver. That is a recipe for victory. That you do that, we're going to win the game. Absolutely, because I think the Lions offense is one of the best in the NFL, but you got to be able to understand that you're going against a highly, highly touted top defense in the NFL, and sometimes you can't force it, and that's going to be one of those games, folks. It is. Go ahead and hit that notification bell if you've not done so. I think about 16% of the subscribers on here is notified. So if you've not hit that notification bell, do that so you don't miss out on a live stream that generally will pop up before I actually schedule this bad boy. So hit that notification bell, and you got the Lions info that you really, really want. With that said, folks, adios.
Perfect.